All right, Tabby Cat back. We are doing our next one, which is what I used to do all the time, which is the his or her love reading energies. So I already did the pre-shuffle and got it laid out, and then we will do the clarifiers. So I have, okay, for the masculine energy, we have the masculine energy, we have the masculine's role, we have the masculine's feelings, we have the feminine's energy, feminine's role, and the feminine's feelings. And then in the center, we have what issues will they face before coming together into union. The center, what will they face when they first come together into union, and then the bottom, what will the outcome be after coming into union. And then we'll get some other decks and get some messages of what they want to say. All right, so for the masculine energy, I got the Six of Cups. That is a Scorpio energy, past life energy, or somebody from childhood, or it could be an ex as well. All right, and then for the masculine's role, I got the Seven of Pentacles. So, he's diligent, passionate, he has high standards, could be in an apprenticeship, definitely mastered something in his life, skill development, focuses a lot on work and what he loves to do with work. As for his feelings, we got the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card, celebration card, harmony. So definitely he sees marriage with this twin flame soulmate union. Okay, for the feminine energy, we got the Empress and the High Priestess. So, definitely someone who's fertile, abundance, knows how to manifest, knows her worth, definitely intuitive. And for her role, we got the Page of Cups, which is another intuitive card, intuitive messages, creative opportunities, a dreamer, new love, definitely. And then for her feelings, we got the Two of Pentacles, which for that one, I figured it to be basically balancing in the relationship. She brings balance to his life, to where he may need it to balance out emotions and the mind. All right, so for before coming into union, the issues that they may come into needing to work on is the Ace of Swords. So finding truth, mental clarity, new conflicts. So basically learning each other's truths, being open to discuss each other's history, their past, being non-judgmental on the past, helping each other, heal through the past. Definitely, because especially with twin flames, When you're a twin flame, over 90% of the time, you both have the same type of woundings, same type of childhoods. It may be opposite, but it's still the same type of woundings. So that's something you can help each other with. And they may be like yin and yang. All right, so once they come into contact, we have the issues that they will deal with is the Three of Swords sideways. So when it's sideways, it is expansion of ideas, growth, and the first stages of completion. So that is dealing with, getting over heartbreaks and basically just continuing the healing process. And that's what they'll do with each other. And basically with these swords and the hearts, one person always holds the key to the other's heart. So once they come together, they will each have that missing link to help heal the other, whether they know it or not. Okay, and for the final outcome, we have the Knight of Cups. All right, and cups is emotion, it's love, it's romance, charm, beauty, knight in shining armor, following the heart, and proposals. So definitely they're gonna be more in their emotions. So, because both of them got pentacles, so they're more about their work than emotions. All right, so we're gonna start clarifying. All right, so I'm gonna clarify the role for the masculine, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Let me clarify the Eight of Pentacles for the masculine's role. It's this Eight of Pentacles for the masculine's role. Clarify the. All right, we got the King of Cups that popped out, and the Lovers on the bottom, and the Sun popping out. All right, the King of Cups. So he is emotionally balanced, or at least working on that. Compassionate, a supportive leader, and empathic. Okay, well, that's good. So under the Lovers, we got the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Page of Swords, and the Moon. Okay. All right, I'm going to clarify his feelings, which is the Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands for the feelings for the masculine, please. Clarify the Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands, please. And thank you. Sheesh. Too many. Clarify the Four of Wands for this masculine's feelings. All right, for the Four of Wands, we got the Knight of Swords. We got ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast-thinking, and defending beliefs. And then on the top, we got the Ten of Cups. And the bottom, we got strength. And all right, so with that, that's pretty fast energy with the swords. Okay, now let's go to the feminine. So we're going to clarify her role, which is the Page of Cups. Clarify the Page of Cups role for the feminine energy, please. Clarify the Page of Cups role for the feminine energy. All right, we got the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups on the bottom. So it's saving money, security, conservation. And then on the top, we got the Page of Wands, inspiration. Okay, now let's clarify her feelings, the Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Two of Pentacles for the feminine feelings. Feelings. All right, we got temperance, balance. That's what I was saying with that. Balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, and finding meaning. And the King of Pentacles on the bottom with the Two of Wands. And the World on the top. All right, so let's go down the middle now. So we got the Ace of Swords for what they need to work on before they come into union. So let's clarify the Ace of Swords. All right, we got the Hermit. So before they come into union, they will both be in hermit mode, soul searching, truth seeking, being alone, being independent, finding inner guidance, and meditating. All right, let's find out about this Three of Swords sideways. Clarify the Three of Swords sideways for when they come into union. Oh, we got the Nine of Pentacles, which is rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, and financial independence. Okay, so once they do their healing and they come together, that's what they will reap. All right, and let's find out about the outcome. The Knight of Cups. What's the outcome of this relationship? All right, we got the King of Swords. Head of a heart, disciplined, truthful, honest, and mental clarity. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands and Eight of Wands. And the top, okay. All right, so let's get some messages. All right, so we'll get some messages from here. We'll do messages from him and her. All right, so let's get some messages from the masculine first. Give me some messages from the masculine to the feminine. Give me some messages from the masculine to the feminine. Masculine to the feminine. Okay. Masculine to the feminine. We'll do 3 cards each. Oh, shit. Okay. Take those. They were on the first ones. All right. And then give me 3 cards from the feminine to the masculine. Give me 3 cards from the feminine to the masculine. 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 And then to the masculine, 2 more. And the soulmates playing is Cardi B with Ring. Okay, so on the masculine side, the messages we have is depression, upright, non-monogamous, I cannot say that, in reverse, and intimidating. Now on the feminine side, messages we have are bad intentions, misunderstanding, and hookup. That's how she feels about the masculine. Alright, and one more. We'll use this deck. Give me 3 cards for the masculine to the feminine. 3 messages from the masculine to the feminine. Masculine to the feminine. Feminine says you don't hit my line no more. Alright, give me 3 from the feminine to the masculine messages. Feminine to the masculine messages. 3. Feminine to the masculine. Alright, so these we have from the masculine to the feminine. We got whiskey and rain, overindulgence, masking the pain with alcohol, I want you all to myself, and hiding, ashamed, stubborn regret. And we have Chris Brown singing overindulgence. Okay, and then from the feminine, we have the 5 of Swords, downward spiral, hopeless. I get constant reminders of you. And then balance, connection, 2 of Cups, perfect match. All right. That's it. And remember, with the twin flames, there's always a chaser and there's always a runner. And there's always that push-pull. But remember, like, with any relationship, no matter if it's a twin flame, soulmate, whatever, if it's, like, toxic and they're mistreating you, no, you should not be in it, and no, you should not stay in it. There's no reason for all that. God doesn't want you to be in anything like that. If they're not healed, they don't want to heal. You can't make them heal, so you need to move on and not wait for anybody, which you shouldn't wait for anybody anyways. You should keep going on about your life, because if you want somebody, if you want to attract somebody, the best thing to do is to focus on yourself. Because when you're focusing on yourself, that's when you attract everybody. And then that's when you manifest and get the things you want. And honestly, that's what you should be focused on, because when you're in hermit mode, you manifest. You focus on what you want to do in your life, and write it down and manifest. And see which things come true. All right. Peace out. Bye.